Thank you so much for joining us on this absolute Monday. As above, so below. We're talking about lunar energy. Y'all know we in retrograde. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but it is acting crazy. But you know what me? I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries. My rising sign Pisces. I press forward. We appreciate each and every one of you guys as you're being notified that we are live. Please, sir, man, post your zodiac sign, where you from. To all of you that are being notified that we're live, thank you for being with us. What's up there, Tree Rhonda, my Aries? What's up, Key Scorpio? How you doing, baby? Normally, we are on all the platforms tonight for whatever reason. Comcast tripping big time. What's up there? I'm early. I got questions before we get started. Go ahead, baby. Then we got Mama Susan Gemini. We got Karen O'Brien. We got Kimberly Peoples, Pisces from North Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna be, if they come up, we'll turn on TikTok. But right now we just got YouTube and we got Facebook and Instagram. So we got some platforms. So we're gonna keep on rolling. What's up, Curtis? All right there. How you doing, sir? All right. How does one become a godchild? If you want to become a godchild, I'm gonna say it like this. I can, when it comes to people being a godchild of me or a part of my workings, I always tell them to pray about it. I'm a real hard teacher, you know. I'm very knowledgeable, but I'm so serious about my spirituality, so I don't like to run people off. But if you could take how I talk, and you want somebody to really get you into a certain place, and you can take it. I don't have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is with me. I heard terms of all time and no idea how it's done. What's up, Minister Mario, son of Ochosi? Thank you so much. He's gonna keep me posted if the internet comes back up. She said you can't run me. All right, baby, then you in there. That's all you gotta do is stick with it. I'm a drill sergeant. What's up, Gemini? What's up there? Good evening to you as well. As they're being notified that we are live, I always do this for my little Christian buddies. I'm shuffling these cards. We got it's such a good word I was being given. These are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. We got soul for sunflower. What's up? Prosperous rising to you as I grew up in a household. All it is. All right. That's the way I look at it. That's how I look at that. Well, you already got the right mindset, and you young. That's beautiful. Now, let me explain something to you guys. As you watch our lives and as you comment up on our lives, when I tell you guys following instruction is so important to spiritual practice, I teach universal laws because they're universal, and it does not matter which pantheon that you are part of, whether it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, whether you're shamanism, whether you're atheist, whether you're Ajay, whether you're a witch, it really doesn't matter. Christian, Muslim, if you understand that you are a spirit being, that you are having a human experience, then you're going to get along great with Apostle Ela. Because guess what? I'm not here to tell you how to think and believe. Here to give you information so grown people make grown decisions. What's up, Darius? I'm built to learn from you. All right, there. And thank you so much, man, for coming and joining. He actually came to my ministry. We had a great time. And I love when people go beyond the social media platform and actually get in my atmosphere. And you'll find out that I am really like I am. It's not a put on for the media, but I run my ministry authentically who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you coming out and being a part of our service. Also, to each and every one of you guys that have been cash apping, those that have been supporting Apostle Ela, I truly appreciate you, because to get out here and to do what I do, it is not as easy as a lot of people think it is. And so I'm going to give you some behind the scenes stuff today, because I'm going to share you that if you are trying to grow in spirituality, the best thing that a parent can do, the best thing that a teacher can do or a leader can do, is give you the truth of the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, the reward, also the regrets. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I feel like that people sell spirituality in a way that people do not expect some of the things that come along with being spiritual and that also come along with being great in your gift, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. First of all, I'd like to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. We appreciate it. What's up there? Sister Angie, Sister Brickhouse, Sagittarius in the house. Not Comcast trying to call. No, sir. Just turn my cable on. My internet. They tripping. But I say this to you guys when it comes. What's up, Fiona? I got you, babe. Aquarius from Jamaica. Much love to you guys. Let me tell y'all something. In order to be a great spiritualist and to be able to function in your spirituality, you have to understand what is truly going on when it comes to universal laws. And you cannot make your spiritual journey about people, places, and things. You have to make them about your devotion to whatever said tradition you in. One of the things I do not make, reason why I get through a lot of stuff, because I do not make a problem where there is not a problem, okay? I don't make mountains out of molehills. I call it like I see it, and I always tell myself, you the one said yes. You the one signed up for this. I always take responsibility, whether it's going good or bad. So I'm always in the driver's seat when it comes to my spirituality, okay? All right. Thank you so much, God. I appreciate y'all. And let me tell you, all of you guys that take out the time to actually go and comment, I read it. That hit them like button, those that join my Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, I'm trying to tell you, when you're in the seat that I'm in and you're out here doing what I'm doing, a real spiritual, they really, really appreciate that. And I just want y'all guys to understand where I'm coming from. Now, let's get to it. And we'll wait and see if we'll be able to go on TikTok tonight. If not, I'm going to keep it moving. Now, my subject is love you more. Okay? I'm going to talk about this. And I'm not talking about the love that you hear in the church world. I'm talking about real love. I'm talking about real admiration. I'm talking about real dedication. Okay? I'm going to be coming from Luke, the 7th chapter. They're on TikTok like, what's going on? Mercury retrograde is kicking technology behind today. Luke, the 7th chapter, 44 through 47. And I've been telling them to get on my YouTube account anyway. So this might be a good thing. I'm going to start at the 44th verse through 47. It says, and he turned to the woman and said unto Simon, seest thou this woman? I have entered into thine house, and thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs of this. What's up there? Sapphire Meditation, Sagittarius in the house. It says, she has, verse 45 said, thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman, since the time I came in, have not ceased to kiss my feet. Lord. And verse 46 said, and my head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman have anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. Okay? Now let's talk about this. When it comes down to your spiritual practice, and I'm talking to you guys from personal experience, a lot of you guys do not understand why I'm so devoted to my spirituality. Y'all should have called when I wasn't on live. What's up, Brother Johnny? Cancer in the house. When it comes down to my spiritual life, there's so much that my angels have done. There's so much my ancestors have done. There's so much that when I deal with voodoo, the Loas have done, or my Nkisi and Palo, or the Orisha and Lukumi or Santeria. When you have seen God do so much in your life, I've never understood how God can do so much in people's life and they show him little gratitude. I have so much gratitude for how God is moving in my life in spite of my situations and circumstances. What's up, Kimberly Dawkins? Cancer in the house. When it came to this woman, here is Jesus, now notice that Peter is the one he said he's going to build his church. But Jesus was teaching Peter right there, say, look at this woman. From the time I entered into this house, she has been catering, serving, and showing me nothing but love. And let me tell y'all something. When you are really appreciative of what the Spirit of God or the ancestors or the Loas and Nkisi, all you can do is every chance you get, you show honor, love, and salutation. I've never seen so many people that claim they love God so much, but you serve him so little. I've never seen so many people say that they love the Loas, but you serve them so little. I've never seen so many people say that their research are doing so much, but when it comes down to your service, this woman, from the time she entered into the house, she was yet serving Christ. She was yet put whatever she had. She had the alabaster box. Peter now was sitting there looking to be served, but this woman was showing nothing but love towards the Lord the whole time. When I serve, when I deal with spirits and I deal with the ancestors, I give them the best because I appreciate. Let me explain something to y'all where I'm at. When I say I love you more, I love God more now than I have ever did. I love the Orishas more now than I ever did. I love the Loas more now than I ever did. I love the Nkisi. I love my aunts. I am more in love now. And I thought I really loved my practice. I thought I was really in love with God. But as I have grown to see how God has been moving in spite of situations and circumstances, and how God, let me tell y'all something. I had the opportunity to watch Minister Mario Bravo Forte Impalo. I watched him go to his trial. And let me tell y'all something about serving God for real. Even though he went through the trial, this was his first day back to work. And I've never heard him say or fault God for what he went through. Come on here, somebody. I'm about to go somewhere. I never heard him say, I'm no longer fooling with that stuff. I'm no longer dealing with them orishas, or I'm not dealing with that voodoo. I'm not dealing with that hoodoo. I'm not dealing with that conjure. He has a more of a dedication now. See, when you're going through things and God bring you through, it should draw you closer to God, not further away. I've never seen so many people claim and testify how God has been in their life, but then they draw away from God and not drawing nigh to God. I'm more of a giver now than I was before. I'm more dedicated now than I was before. And I told him today, I said, I am so proud of you. I'm proud of you because you didn't give up. You did not allow your circumstance and your situation. You know how many people that got titles. You know how many people that got offices. You know how many people that I done been around that say they this and they say they that. When they start going through situation, one thing after another, they stop burning their candles. They stop burning their incense. They stop going to the crossroad. They stop doing this and they start making the situation and the circumstance the reason. He never not gave God the praise. And his first day out of the hospital, the first opportunity, he came into the church with a praise. He sung the songs of God. I was sitting there, and because y'all understand, I done been around a lot of people. Apostle Ely done been around some people. Come on here, somebody, huh? I want to say to you guys that I want you to understand what I admire in people. When you don't give up and you don't give in, huh? I don't care what you're going through. It is not God. And I thought about this and that. He said, I thought about why God keep honoring. Why God keep moving? Because God looking for somebody to be a testimony. The Orishas looking for somebody to be a testimony. The Loas are looking for somebody to be. Aren't you looking for somebody to stand the test? Have you sit there and say, you know what, I want to see if this friend going to ride or die with me. I'm going to see if this man can deal with my true personality. I want to see if this job, you understand? When you find somebody that is willing, no matter what they go through, they still going to give you the praise. Come on here, somebody. I watched him walk in the church. He still gave God the praise. He even said, he told me, he said, if I go through this and I have to come to church in a wheelchair. Lord, listen to this. He never gave an opportunity not to give God praise. Never not serve God. I'm not saying some of y'all didn't come to church, but you didn't go through certain things. And when you go through stuff, you let think, I don't care if it's with family. He didn't let family. He didn't let the situation with his daughter. He didn't let the situation with his job. He didn't let the situation with his body. Let me explain something to y'all. When you say that I love the Lord, not just when it's going good. Not just when everything's lining up the way you want to. Not when everything, listen here. They used to tell us in the church that if I couldn't say a mumbling word. Well, he got to the point where he couldn't say a mumbling word. But he still waved his hand. Come on here, somebody, I have nothing but the utmost respect. I do. I know he loved God. I know he loved the Orishas. I know he loved the Nkisi. I know. Because you know why? I've never heard him make them the problem. How many of you guys right now, when you're going through something, you make God the problem? If I went, maybe it's this stuff I'm burning. Maybe it's this oil I'm using. Maybe it's these crystals on me. Maybe it's because I went to this church. How about it is, maybe they just sitting back and seeing if you really got it for them. Jesus was in that house and he kept watching the disciples and he watched this woman. He watched the disciples, he watched this woman. And the whole time this woman was in there, she was attending to the Lord. How many of you guys are attending to this? Did you hear me? When he brought you out, did you make it a problem or you said, Lord, I thank you? Notice that God, oh, come on here, somebody. Showing gratitude morning, noon, and night. Some of you guys, let me explain something here. I love God more now than I ever did. And guess what? I am going through some stuff. I am going through some stuff, not for only myself, but for other people. I am thankful that he even counted me worthy to be put on the altar as a living sacrifice. A lot of you, all you do is complain about what you got to go through, but you want to be great. You all complain. You want to be powerful. You want fame, you go through nothing and not been on our side. Let me tell y'all something. When family, when friends, some of y'all ain't had that Job experience. I'm talking about manifold. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna show you. 1 Peter, the 3rd chapter. Somebody said, how you get respect from Apostle Eli? Oh, you can get some respect from me. But you got to first be able to willing to please God. Let me show you what it says. What's up, Sister Jackie? What's up? It said 1 Peter the 3rd chapter 6 through 7. It said, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptation or trials, that the trying of your faith, being much more precious than of gold, that might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. I'm going to say it again. When God said when you are here saying, I believe God, when you say, he said, listen here, I trust you with my life. I believe that if I was in a predicament that I couldn't do for myself, that I believe you will make the right decision. How many of you guys, when you go through the valley of the shadows of death, you are yet giving God praise because you know that at the end of the day, God still got you on one side or the other. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. It is not about the candles. It is not about the roots. It's not about the incense. It's about the relationship. When the spirits want to try your faith, do you really? You want my power? You want my protection? You want my covering? Do you trust me like that? Do you trust Ogun like that? Do you trust Yemi Ya like that? Do you trust Zarabanda like that? Do you trust Mommy Walter like that? Do you trust Archangel Michael, whatever, your ancestor? Do you trust them like that? Do you trust them like that? When you're having manifold trial, let me break this down. I'm talking about you got problems at home. You got problems on the job. You got problems at the church. You got problems on the social media platform, then you still have to be spiritual. I'm talking to all of you grown folk. I'm not talking about you that complain about everything that you're going through. I'm talking about people that are going through multiple things at the same simultaneous time, and they're yet being able to help other people. Can you be a light in a dark place for other people while you yet going through multiple trials at the same time, dealing with multiple situations at the same time, and yet you still giving God what? Praise. You still thanking the ancestors. You still thanking the Orisha. You still pouring out your libation. You got all kind of stuff going on, but you know that all this is working patience. No, I ain't got time for your Comcast, because yes, I done called your ass, now you want to call me during my life. I ain't got time for it. I want y'all to understand something. Everybody not going to give God the glory. As long as they're going through, they're not going to give God the glory. They're not going to appreciate that they're being tested. It's that manifold testing. It's from the finances. It's from your health. It was one thing after the next. And I was going through, and I said, Lord, even in this, I give you praise. Because I know that all things work together for the good of them that love you and are called. And God, I love you much. I realize that you count me worthy. I realize that the reason why the Orishas, when I studied from the Babylon, the reason why Ifa said that the Orishas love me, the reason why the voodoo priest said that the Loas love me, the reason why they said that the Nkisi love me, because I'm going to give God the praise no matter what I'm going through. Because let me explain something. Some of y'all, when I was out there praying for you, my son had a head-on collision, and I still came to church and gave God praise. I watched God move. I got people. Let me tell y'all this. I got one piece of property. I got the people trying to take the property from me, the mortgage people. Then I got family trying to take the property from me. Then I put tenants in the property, and they turned around, tore my property up, and then put the city on me. So I got 3 different people coming at my one piece of property and I'm sitting there, I'm still giving God the praise, because I know I'm going to get the victory. Listen, a lot of times in spirituality, y'all don't realize you don't never know who God going to send through your life, so you can have an experience that you can tell them what God can do. If you never been in the negative, you can't tell me nothing. If you ain't never been the underdog, if you have never been challenged with multiple things going on at the same time, but you still giving God the praise, because you understand that the trial, it said right here, that the trial of your faith being more precious than gold. Your faith. What you think what you think your ancestors looking at? Because you got all this talk while everybody listening. But when it comes down to you got to go through these multiple things, oh, you don't talk like that no more, You don't talk about Ogun like that no more. You don't talk about Ochosi like that no more. Your chest ain't out no more. Because now you got to be tried by what you done came out your mouth. I was telling one of my friends, I said, you ought to be proud of what you done been through. That you can stand with the best of them. You've been chosen by the Loas. You've been chosen by the Orisha. You've been chosen by God to do a work in the midst and be a light to people while you yet going through. When Joseph was yet in prison, he was given the interpretation of other people's dreams that was setting him. Can your gift operate under pressure? Let me tell you like this. I wouldn't even worry about being called or chosen. I would be concerned about how much am I ready to be utilized. How much I'm willing to sacrifice. That's what I tell people, like counting up the cost. When you say yes to the Lord, you never know what you got to go through. When you say, God, send me, you never know what you got to go through. I don't want to hear from nobody. What's up there? Jamie, come on. Let me tell you, listen. I don't want to talk to people that just going through. I want to talk to somebody that has an understanding of why they're going through, and they realize that even in this, they still trust God. That's something you can sit around and say, you know what? They actually believe in their practice, They actually believe in their research. They actually believe in their answer, because even when things are not going their way, they still giving them the praise. They're still pouring out their libation. When the money is funny, come on here somebody, when your back is against the wall, you still You get up and do what God called. I said, well, you know what, Lord? I got to do this. I got to do that. You'll fix it. That's my attitude. That's my attitude. Huh? Because my job is to fly this ship. Fly this plane. My job as the captain, the pilot of this plane, is to fly the storm. Huh? If I lose one of my jets, I'm going to still fly this plane. Huh? Huh? If I lose both of my, I'm going to glide. I'm going to do that. Y'all don't understand. You got to have people that understand turbulence. And they can deal with multiple things at one time. Some of y'all don't have that. When I tell you you're not ready, you get offended with me. You can't listen. I got 3 light bills. I got lights at this house. I got lights at the other house. I have the church. I have my job. I have my family. I have my kids. I have a lot of stuff going on. And that's not even including my members of my church. That's not including my TikTok family. That's not including my my Patreon family. That's not including you guys, my clients. That's not including the ones that call me and just want to talk to me. No matter what I got going on, I'm always trying to minister to people. No matter. Can you do that? Can you put yourself aside no matter what you're going through and heal somebody, huh? When you the one need a healing, huh? You help somebody when you the one in need of help. You ain't got it like that. Because as soon as you start going through, you shut everybody else off. You no longer have it. Somebody said, you know when the last time I've been intimate, I had sex. I don't have to give that up in order to have the ass shape. To go through some of these trials, multiple trials, not only for myself but other people. You willing to do that? You willing to put your finances on the line? You willing to put your credit on the line? You willing to put your integrity on the line? You're not ready for this, baby. You don't love God like that. It's gonna take something. And when they watch you still have faith, you still honor them, you still pour out your libation, you still light your candle to them, in spite of what is going on. Because you know they're gonna bring you through. You going through it for a reason. It just showed you right here. This is why I have respect for certain people. Some people I don't have respect for. Huh? You only want the honor when it comes to a title. You only want the honor when everybody praising you. Huh? You only want to talk about how great God is when you going by still water. But what happened when the water get troubled? What happened when your mambo or your tata or your hugon forsake you? Lie on you, talk about you, throw at you. I love God. Here, Exodus, the 1st chapter, verse 18. I watched it. What's up, Mama Books, my Capricorn? I watched this young man get on this truck. Get on that truck after having open heart surgery. Some of y'all get a hangnail and you give up. Some of y'all get extra money, your light bill higher than it's normal. You lose your mind. Huh? What's up, Calvina? What's up, Cancer from Florida? I want to talk to y'all because I want y'all to understand what it is. Your conviction got to be beyond what you're going through. Your dedication got to be beyond you being tried. Some of y'all make everything about a dollar bill. Everything about what you're going through. When you got people out here that going through multiple things at one time and you can't even tell it. They still got to praise. That's why I love that song, Praise Is What I Do. Whether I'm happy, sad, I'm going to get, because I know. I might not like what I'm going through. I might not like what, ain't no might like, I don't like it. Let's say it real true. I don't like it. But I know that it works together for my good. What's up there, Niecy Moore? All right, Denise from Jacksonville. All right there, baby. Ecclesiastes 1:18. Here we go. It says there real clearly. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increases in knowledge increases in sorrow. Did they tell you that if you're going to get an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Christianity, Muslim, Ajay, witch, shamanism, Kabbalah, mystic, any magical worker, Reiki healer, that as you increase in knowledge, you're going to increase in sorrow. The more you know, the more trials you're going to have. The more wisdom you have, the more you're going to get tried. Huh? The more anointing. It said much is given, much is required. Are you really, really ready to sign up and put that crown on? Huh? Prince Charles, even though he King Charles, he gonna wish for the day that he was a prince. Because guess what? I don't care if you a crook. It ain't easy being a crook. I don't care if you do right. It ain't easy doing right. It ain't easy running a household. It ain't easy running a household and a business. It ain't easy to running a household and a business and having a man. It ain't easy having a household, running a household, having a business, having a man, and then he cheating on you. And you still got to run your business. You still got to run your household, and you still got to tend to that same. Y'all, you don't have the mental capacity to deal with multiple things at the same time and keep everything going, huh? You got to see that. You got to hit the iceberg and still ride that ship until you can't do it no more. Huh? What they say, ride till the wheels fall off? Baby, you ain't got it like that. You ain't ready for it like that. You don't love God like that. Much wisdom, insight, much grief. The higher you go, the more somebody want to pull you down. Huh? When Jesus was out there and I was reading the scripture, and Jesus was carrying the cross, and and the scripture says that there was a man by the name of Simon of Cyrene, that he came and he grabbed the bottom of that cross, and he helped Jesus bear that cross. How many of you guys will watch somebody carrying a bunch of weight and responsibility, and you won't even lift your finger to alleviate some of that pressure? Huh? But you love God. You love the Orishas. You love the Nkisi. You love the divinity of God. You love what you hear. How many of you guys watch your parents, seeing them in a struggle, watching them carry them, and you won't alleviate no pain? I remember, I feel bad about it now because I didn't realize what my grandmother was dealing with. I really didn't. I was young. Only thing was on my mind what I was going through with my mom. Some of y'all think y'all got problems, that y'all done made problems, but they really not problems. Some of y'all not really dealing with no trials. You just dealing with situations. You dealing with things that are uncomfortable. But you don't really have, you're not being tried by God. You're not being tried by the ancestors. Your faith is not being tried. You just can't get what you want. Just like I was, childish. She had all this responsibility, all these properties, all this stuff with her children, her grandchildren, and I'm coming with the foolishness. I know it's foolishness now, but then at that point it was important. I didn't realize all the weight of the responsibility of wearing that hat. All of you that want to be tatas and mambos, and you want to be initiated, and you want to be in these ATR, well, let Apostle Ely bring you to some reality. You're not ready. You're not ready to deal with multiple situations and still, because I'm telling you about people don't care about what you're going through. All they care about is what they can get at you. And you got to be okay with that, because that's what they're here for. You still got to be able to run your kingdom when there's a storm going on. You got to still run your kingdom when somebody's trying to take your kingdom. You got to still run your kingdom when somebody's trying to take your crown. You got to still run your kingdom when they're trying to blow up your... Come on here, somebody. I want to talk to real grown-up people that know that there are so many things that can be going on, and you still got to get up and run your business. You still got to put your big girl drawers on. You still got to get up and put your big boy guards on. I ain't talking to all of you that's sitting up under cover crying and talking about why it's me and why this happening to me. I ain't talking to your ass. I'm talking to grown folk. Huh? I'm talking about my grandmother getting up with 9 kids and still got to go out to work and it didn't eat last night because the children ate up everything. I'm talking to women that know, men and women that know how to endure hardness as a good soldier. And nobody know you going through because you don't look like you're going through nothing, but you dealing with some stuff that'll drive most people crazy. Most people would have been broke up under pressure. Huh? You don't have the mental capacity to deal with trauma and trials and tribulation, and yet put a smile on your face and give God praise. Huh? Sometimes I got to praise God through the tears. Sometimes I got to praise God through the pain. Sometimes I got to praise God through but my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is hiding around. That's why I tell you guys about studying, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. Some of y'all praying for tomorrow, and that might be the trial of your life. It might take everything you got on tomorrow just to live through it. You better appreciate what you're dealing with today. You better stop wishing for tomorrow, because you don't know what you're going to face on tomorrow. And you might not be woman or man enough to face it, huh? Huh? Can you pay bills? I'm talking about bills. I'm talking about real bills. I'm talking about almost a $2,000 mortgage. I'm talking about still having cable. I'm talking about still having cell phone, because a lot of y'all may be paying your rent or your mortgage, but you ain't got no cable. I'm talking about having groceries in the house and still paying bills. I'm talking about having gas in the car and still paying bills. I'm talking about still being able to feed yourself and still don't pay your bill, ain't paying on credit card, helping other people. Still. Huh? Are you that grown? Huh? Or you just think you grown? Huh? You ain't got no problem. Not them kind of problem. Huh? Fighting IRS. Fighting the nation. Fighting this. Fighting that. Fighting this circumstance and situation. Let's talk about it. You don't know how to deal with multiple trials at the same time. You ain't built like that. Huh? You mess around and get a light bill and a water bill at the same time. God has failed you. Huh? I want to talk to grown people that you're not going to throw out your high john. You're not going to throw out your crystals. You're not going to throw out your pot, because you are being tried and tested by them very spirits to see how sincere you are, how dedicated you are. Huh? I count it all joy, because I realize I got to be tested. I realize they're going to challenge me. And since I got much, I got to be tried. Huh? Hello, anointed queen. To all of you that claim that you want to be knowledgeable, listen to Apostle Eli. I got a lot of knowledge. It brings a lot of sorrow. I got a lot of wisdom. Jupiter. It brings grief, because you have to deal with ignorant folk. When God illuminates you, you have to deal with people. Like the Bible said, let the blind lead the blind. Let the dead bury the dead. You have to walk in a world where people lack the compassion and understanding. Peter, you would have thought Peter would have been serving Christ, because he's the one that God said he's going to build his church with. But it was this woman. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. And listen to Apostle Eli real good. If you want me to read for you now, I'll do that too. If you want a cash app, I appreciate it. Let me tell you something. You never know who God going to send into your house to bless you. What's up there? Jessica, hey, baby. This humble me. I'm trying to get there through. I'm trying to tell you. There you go, baby. Let me tell you something. I thought about this. Out of all the 12 disciples, the only one that was attending to the needs of Jesus was this woman. I want to talk to you guys. You never know who God gonna use to bring you and minister to your needs. Huh? All I'm trying to tell you to do is let him choose. It might not be the people that you teaching. It might not be the people that you going out and working for. But when you think about how other people in your life were dealing with stuff you wouldn't even ever know. And let me say something to you, Jess. Listen to me, baby. I watched your grandmother go through a sickness. Let me tell you. And I will always have the utmost respect for her faith in God, because I watched her deal with cancer. And she still, the only time that she did not go to church is when she passed. There was not one time that she did not give God praise. She had all kind of things. I want to tell y'all, everybody ain't like that. Everybody can't deal with multiple things and still give God the praise. Huh? Still magnifying God. Still glorify. While people looking at you crazy. But you still giving God what? The praise. You ain't got that kind of capacity. I'm just trying to tell you. You ain't been through enough. You cannot go through manifold trials and still give God the praise. I watched stuff. And I said, God, help me. God, guide me. And I pray and I move forward and I still give God the praise. And I got people calling me with the most craziest stuff in the world. And I have so much on my mind. So much going on. And I have to maintain my temper. I have to have self-control. I have to sit there and listen to people that really ain't got no problem. Huh? They just got issues. Their faith ain't being tried. You doing everything you want to bring problems in your life. Those problems are not coming in your life because you are obeying God. Or because you are obeying spirit. Or because you are honoring ancestors. Them problems because you doing what you want to do and you created them problems. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about you obeying God and you got to go through and God got to use you as a light. Because guess what? Being used by the Spirit, you never know how He want to use you. Huh? You got to smile when people are trying to make you lose everything you got. You got to still stand up and be queen. You got to still stand up and be king. You got to still stand up and be mama. You still got to stand up and be daddy. You still got to stand up and be uncle. It don't matter what you're going through because God called you and chose you for this. And it don't matter what you're dealing with or the circumstance by which you are being tried. You have to hold strong and see what the end going to be. Now that's a soldier. And them the people I listen to. I'm not listening to some of these. Some of y'all can't encourage me. Huh? You too quick to give up. You too quick to give up. Huh? I give when I ain't got it to give. I do when I ain't got to give. When he asks me for 1 mile, I give him 2. I had somebody that, one of the people that literally causing some of the problems that I'm dealing with had the nerve to come and ask me for help. I had to hold my composure, and I'm a Sagittarian. It's hard for me to do that. I got to show respect, and even in spite of I don't feel like I should have to show you no respect, but I did it anyway. Do you got it like? Have you arrived to that place? You're not ready for that. So how you ready to lead somebody? How you ready to guide somebody? You ain't been through enough. You just whining. Just cause the dick didn't come home last night. So what? Huh? So what? Even in this, give God thanks. Even in this, give God praise. Have you ever really looked at people that are really going through things and you would never guess they're going through those situations and they still got a word of encouragement because they realize that you don't understand? This is what we're here for on earth, to be tried and tested. And yes, you're going to have some good days, you're going to have some bad days. But at the end of the day, thank God that you're here and you're able to be a light to somebody. Oh, do I love him? Yes. I love him more now. I love my ancestors more now than I ever did. And I appreciate what God is doing in my life because guess what? I realize there are people that really want to see me fall. There's people that really want to see me destroyed. And so therefore, because I got something in my refrigerator, because I still got a roof over my head, yes, I'm going through, but I ain't lost the battle. Yes, I'm dealing with circumstances and situations, but I'm not defeated. So yes, I'm going to give God praise. Do I like it? Absolutely not. Huh? There's some people out here ain't getting no help. So I thank God for the help I'm getting. There's some people out here that people are just using them and they ain't giving them nothing. At least God got that woman that came into my house and started attending to the needs of the apostle. Huh? Baby, you still young. It's okay that you slipping. I'm talking about to these older ones. You done been through so many things and you still don't know how to weather a storm. You still don't know how to weather a storm. You still don't know how to give to a hurt. You still blaming God for a circumstance and situation you put you in. I don't do that. I seek guidance. I'm trying to tell y'all, when I tell y'all that when you start really seeing how they are testing you, and then he started blessing you. What's up there, my Gemini from Chicago, Illinois? Cheesecakes. This is a real thing. It's a multiple of situations and circumstances, but there's a commitment that you have to have in your heart. When I started out on this journey, I said yes, and I was committed. That's why I can tell many of you guys how to navigate a lot of the storms in your life, because I deal with multiple things sometimes in the same day, sometimes in the same week. Huh? And you know what I think? Yes, I could tell you that my son got in a head-on collision, but I also could tell you my God protected my child. Huh? I could tell you about my circumstance and situation, but I also got to tell you God worked it out for me. Huh? I could tell you that the Orisha stood up for me. I could tell you that the angel stood up for you. I can tell you that the Nkisi stood up for me. I can tell you that the Loa, I can tell you that. Because I realized they looking for a soldier. And I said yes. I'm not afraid of the trials you're going through. You the one afraid of your trials. I know God gonna bring me through. I know He gonna bring me through. And I look and I say this again to Bravo Forte. The amount of praise. How you the song that he sung the first Sunday after coming out of hospital with a quadruple bypass surgery. Huh? I'll never forget it. When you thank God, if you're not going through something and watching your God bring you through, whatever you call God in your life, and you can't fall in love, when somebody is there through sickness and health, rich or poor, through death, and you ain't more in love, there's something wrong. Huh? There's something wrong. When I look at everything that God keep doing for me in spite of what people are trying, I can't do nothing but love Him. I can't do nothing. I love my ancestors. I know who protected me. I know if it wasn't for them guiding me and giving me favor with people. But let me tell y'all something. Don't forget my message. I am thankful for that woman. Huh? It might be 2 people. It may be 3. It may be only 1. But whoever God sends into your house, and yes, out of all the people that should be doing, but at least He sent somebody. At least He sent somebody to encourage you and say, you're going to be all right. At least He sent somebody to say, here, I ain't got much. Let me tell you, I was telling Mother Susan Day, do you not know it's not wealthy people that help Apostle Ely? It's everyday people. Everyday people. These people ain't got a lot, but they know I'll be out here doing the will of God, and they be supporting Apostle Ely. There are all type of people from different places just be doing. And I look at her and she said, "What?" I said, "It ain't them." You will be surprised who be helping you. You'll be surprised of who are helping real people. It's always that woman. Men are always preaching against women, but there's always a woman somewhere encouraging me. It's always a woman somewhere saying, "Apostle, I don't have much, but I want to be a blessing to your ministry." It's always a woman. That's why I always try to encourage women. I try to get women on track. Huh? Very few brothers. Very few. Because they too intimidated who I am. But there's a lot of women that follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook that they appreciate what I'm. And you know what? They do more than just say it. They show it in action. You never know. I'm just here to tell you, if you really gonna to do what I'm doing, you better make sure God is with you. You better make sure God is with you, because people are gonna be trying to tear you down. My second time here. Thank you so much. Do not get it twisted. You need people that are not just gonna get into hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Ifa, Congo, Christianity, and not know how to weather manifold trial, and giving God the praise for it. That He thought it worked. Even Job said, "Though you slay me, yet will I trust in you." Sometimes I'm going through things like, well, what is you doing? Am I back on the potter's wheel? Do you got me on the altar? Like what you doing? I understand I got to go through it, huh? But kind of give me an idea and where I'm at, so I can try to position myself. But at no time do I blame God for what I'm going through. Huh? Because I understand. I am the clay and he the potter. I understand that it's Ola Damari. I understand it's the mighty and zombie. I understand it's the El Shaddai. I understand it is Jezreel. Huh? And I'm willing to be molded. Huh? And there are certain times you got to be broken to be molded. And some of y'all don't want to go through the breaking. When you being tested like that, it's like the kids go and they got exams all day. It's from one exam to the next exam, from one test. That's manifold. You got tests in every class. Psalm 34, his praise shall always be continuous in my mouth. I know that's right. Huh? Through my healing, I thank you. Through my financial ups and downs, I thank you. Through being lied on, I thank you. Huh? If you want me to do a reading for you tonight, all you got to do is Cash App. Whew, felt that. All you got to do is Cash App, $ Apostle Ely. If you want to just be a support to Apostle Ely, more than happy. Huh? Ooh, felt that. Jesus. I'm going to say this. Whether you ever practice voodoo, Santeria, Congo, Palo, Christianity, Muslim, shamanism, serving God does not drive you away from him. It shows you how much God got you. I'm 49, about to be 50 in December. I know that if it wasn't for God, I would have failed a long time ago. I'd have been killed a long time ago. Like when you can admit that if it had not been for the Lord on your side, and you can admit that you weren't smart enough to get you out there, but God made a way out of no way. That it's not because I'm so good with finances and I'm this and I'm that. It's because God's supplying my needs according to his riches and glory. That's why I praise God. When I look at my UPS check and I bring home them $1,800 and I need $3,500 and I watch God supply, huh? When I end up not going to work and I had this to do and that to do, and I had a $500 check, and how God blessed me that whole week, and I ended up with almost $5,000. That's when I tell you, to God be glory. Are y'all hearing me? This ain't about what you think it's about. This is, you better have a relationship with God and not be hung up. Let me tell y'all something. I was on my job and I heard the Lord speak to me. He said, before UPS was, I am. I knew what he was saying then. There's times when the offerings are not there. There's times when the people are not supporting. And I watch God take care of everything. How much is my reading? Only $20, baby. Cash App, $ Apostle Ely, and your Zodiac sign. I need y'all to get this. When you realize that, that's when you start really loving God. Because you realize it ain't because of you so smart. It ain't because you know the right people. God always giving you favor at the right time. He's always making a way at the right time. He's always bringing somebody in and doing. And they say, oh, I hear people say, it ain't much. I was like, if you knew, it's right on time, huh? I'm when they send me the Cash App or they give me the money, I be thanking God in my mind. I said, God, you such a good God. Because I'm so thankful, because I know they don't want to see me succeed. I know they want to see me fail. And God keep on touching somebody's heart. And it's always some woman. Always some woman. And let me tell y'all something. I brag on Minister Mario because I have not seen a lot of men in spirituality that weather storms like he did. I done it. I don't see a lot of men. Long as they got a smile on their face. But I have the most people that I admire in my spiritual journey are mostly women. I have very few men that I actually admire spiritually. It take a lot, because I've seen them endure hardness. But when you can't take a licking and keep on ticking, you can't talk to me. Huh? And let me tell y'all something. There's some women that done fell off. There's some men that done fell off. But they have accomplished more in this life than you would ever accomplish. Some of y'all worried about when Serena, she lose her match. She don't want enough. If she don't win no more. Baby, let me tell you something. In the journey, you ain't got to win every battle to be a winner. As long as you win the war. Very few people get me to tip my hat off to. Because I'm not a person of flattery. I really ain't. I really ain't. And don't miss no church. I say, mister, I watched this young man get in the car with me, sick, throwing up. And I'm just watching him. Because I done been sick. What's up, Sean Dennis? See, I got to catch up on the ground. And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When you have people like that, you can't tell them what God can't do. You can't convince them that God ain't going to bring them out. I have mad respect for that. Mad respect. They were like, Pastor Ely, you going to church? Sure will. I don't care how I feel. Pastor, you going to go through the ceremony? Sure will. I got you, Keish. You know, I'm just trying to tell y'all, y'all never know who God going to touch. Stop judging people. Because you'll never know who's going to come in your house and actually be a blessing. Because everybody else sitting there in your house looking for you to do something for them. But there's other people going to support you like crazy. And I'm a living witness. I'm a living witness. I get up here and do this no matter how I feel. It said preach in season and out of season, whether they want to hear it or they don't want to hear it. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Keish the Scorpio. Keish the Scorpio. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Keish the Scorpio. What is it that this Scorpio needs to be paying attention to? What is it that this Scorpio needs to be paying attention to? Thank you, Lord. All right. If this is your first time in my live, I do a 3-card spread. My first card is my shadow card. Middle card is what's presently going on. And then you have the outcome card, which is your third card. Keish, your first card is revealing the dark side. Scorpio, lovingness. Yud Chet Va. It said light shines. I recognize the negative forces that still are active within me. You know what I feel about the negative side. Do not throw it out. My reactive impulses are no longer a mystery. By the power of this name, they become history. This is what I'm telling you about the shadow self. Remember, positive and negative are polarity. It's important to understand the dark side of Scorpio, but this is what they want you to focus on your shadow self. Understand the negative, and light is going to shine out of the what you claim to be negative. A lot of stuff you think is bad about yourself is actually going to bring a lot of light into your life. Look at this card right here. Your middle card is angelic influence, Scorpio. It said, "Hey Zion Yud." This is Psalm 91 verse 11. It said, using this name, I can now access the network of angels. I can remove negative angels and their chaotic influence in my life and ignite the support and assistance in positive angels. This card right here is talking about sending your angels. I don't know why we still do not believe that ministering spirits are angels. We need to send that. All right, we'll do it when you get a chance. All right, baby. Love you. Then you got, look at this, Scorpio, memories. It says, Va Shin Resh. It says, the power of memory arises within my consciousness. This is talking about your subconscious mind. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let me show you how to do this. All you have to do is say, whatever you call God. Say if you say El Shaddai, or you say, I'm going to keep it simple. Jehovah Jireh, send thy angels to provide for me. Jehovah Jireh is the God to provide. If you need healing, Jehovah Rapha, send your angels. Jehovah Nisi. Jehovah Nisi is the Lord our banner when you want victory. All you got to do is find a divine name that you're comfortable with, and then you ask God to send his angels, which are your angels. That's how you do that. In his name. And then it says, your outcome card said, lessons of life are deeply ingrained in my being. This card right here coming up for you, Scorpio, is saying you're going to learn a lot from what you're going through. And you need to understand that you're going through life lessons, so you will have, like David, a resume. You'll be able to say sometimes in the future, not right now, but you'll be able to look back and say, you know what? God delivered the bear in my hand. God delivered the lion into my hand. And you're going to understand why Apostle Ely had the confidence. I got a lot of stuff he done brought me through. And you're going to fall more in love with God than you ever had. As you go through things and you stand up and you endure hardness, this is what this card means. You're going to have these life lessons as a foundation to believe God. That's on the real. If it wasn't for these experiences, I wouldn't know this work. What's up there, my Sagittarius? Hey, baby. Minister Mari, is that everybody? So funny. I just rewatched that What and Why video. Ha! Look at that. Yep. It's. Let me tell you something. I believe I'm gonna use this term. The scripture said all things work together for the good of them that love God. In the spiritual law, it's called synchronicity. That means you be at the right place at the right time with saying the right thing. Everything just line up. That's the same concept. When you are in tune with yourself and you're praying, you start paying attention to how God works things for you. How he moves certain things. Let me tell y'all something. I hope tonight I inspired you to love your ancestors more than you ever have. To love your Loas more than you ever have. To love your Nkisi. Love your inner spirit more than you have. But putting the time in. Not giving excuses. And then honoring God through your situations. Honoring and giving glory to God, knowing that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But in due season, you shall reap your reward. I always tell people all the time, I don't know how, and I may not know when, but I know God gonna bring me through. I'm gonna get the victory. I don't know who he gonna use the cause to give it to my bosom, but this bosom gonna get somebody. He loved me like that. Oh, I'm the apple of his eye. Oh yes, sir. I know that. And therefore, I trust and I believe. And I want you to get to a place where you are persuaded, like Paul said. Fully persuaded. Unshakable. Hard fixed, like David said. Trusting in the Lord. And that you will trust him with that very life that you're trying to protect. I trust him with everything. And I know he's going to make a way. And he's going to give me favor with the king. Alright? My name is Apostle Ely. I hope this helped. Yes, confirmation. I spoke this today. Right place, right time. I know that's right. That's my Leo right there. Sean Dennis. Let me tell y'all something. Be encouraged with truth. Be encouraged to understand, can I handle multiple things and still give God praise? That's a whole nother elevation. A whole nother elevation. And still minister to people while I'm dealing with those multiple trials. Still do what God has called me to do while contending with what God is putting me through. That's a whole nother level of spirituality, y'all. All right. Much love to each and every one of you. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And guys, hit those like buttons, share this video, and also comment up under this video. I want to know what y'all getting out of this, all right? God bless you, and I'll see y'all on the flip.